What's good, YouTube? This video is going to be about a red flag that a guy's not about nothing. But before I do that, I want to talk about some new features on the dating app and today's sponsor, Iris Dating. Now Iris aims to be the world's most trusted dating community and change the way that people date online by creating an integrity system that will incentivize members for being honest about themselves and transparent. They do this with the new trust rating, a scoring mechanism that measures each contribution a member makes in the Iris community. Members who invest time to create a thorough and compelling profile and who are respectful in their interactions with other users receive a higher score. Jerks, F-boys, and A-holes get lower scores and risk being banned. Once enough information is gathered on the profile patterns of an individual, you'll be able to see their trust rating and be able to make an informed decision about whether or not you want to spend your precious time dealing with them. Are you tired of guys dropping out of the conversation after a low-effort message? I know a lot of my clients are. The trust rating actually catches people who have an above-average propensity not to reply to messages after being matched. It also picks up heavy filters, thirst trapping, and generic low-effort profile descriptions, among other things. So if you're tired of having the same irritating experience across multiple dating apps, you might want to give Iris a try. There's nothing to lose and it's free for the time being. Now onto this topic. Okay, so listen. One thing that you always want to pay attention to that a lot of women don't pay attention to is a guy's pacing. What type of urgency he's moving with to explore you physically. A lot of times, women are pressured by a guy and they don't even realize they're being pressured. Things are just being suggested to them on a consistent enough basis where they start to feel pressured as if they need to let this guy do something, but he's not actually saying it. Other times, guys are extremely overt in what they want and they send pictures, unsolicited pictures and things of this nature. But a lot of times, a guy's unwillingness to invest an adequate amount of time with you through communication, through text messaging, through phone calls, or even through dates that really reveal who he is to you is a huge red flag. I'll give you an example. A lot of y'all are watching creators on here that tell you that you got to be with a man or sleep with a man after the third date. And if you don't do that, then he's going to walk away from you and you deserve it, right? That doesn't make any damn sense. Just think about this for a minute. Let's do some simple mathematics, okay? If a guy gives you 3 dates, right? Let's say most of you women aren't even getting to eat and drink and go to a movie. You're literally just going to a bar and having a couple of drinks. That's generally what guys are doing now. Hey, you want to go have some drinks? You want to talk and have some drinks, right? So let's say you do that 3 times with a guy. Let's say you spend $8 a drink. You get 2 drinks every time, right? So over 3 dates, this guy spends $46. $46 in drinks. And he meets up with you 3 times. In between those times, he's not calling, he's not texting, he's barely in communication unless he's about to pick you up or meet you somewhere. You've gone on 3 dates with this guy and you've talked for 2 hours. It feels like you've known him, right? So you sleep with him because you've been on how many? 3 dates. But you've really just gotten $46 in 6 hours from him. Just so you don't know a person just because you've known of them. You have to get to know a person, which means the only time you've actually gotten any time or investment from that guy is the 6 hours you spent in front of him having drinks that he was paying for, the $46 in total. You've literally, if you've listened to the advice of some of these other shitty ass creators, screwed a man for paying $46 and giving you 6 hours of investment. You've literally slept with the man that you've known for 6 hours. Because it was the 3rd date. Stop counting dates and count the time invested. Look at a man's pacing. If a man isn't trying to get to know you between dates, if he's not in communication between dates, if he's not curious about who you are unless he's standing in front of you, I don't give a damn if he spends $46 on drinks 3 times or he spends $300 on a nice meal 3 times. The only time that you've known a man is the time you've spent in front of him, especially if he's not communicating on the phone or text messaging you like he's supposed to be or like you want him to. Stop listening to people tell you how many dates it takes to sleep with a man. That doesn't even make any damn sense because they don't know the context of those dates. You don't know the connection, the level of communication happening on those dates, the level of sharing or vulnerability established. It doesn't make any damn sense to say, well, I've been on 2 dates with him, I might as well give him some. Or I've been on 3 dates with him, I might as well give him some. Whores on the street are being paid more than $46 for the ass. Stop listening to these people. A lot of these people on YouTube are telling you to do stuff because they don't have to live with the consequences. A lot of these people on YouTube are trying to make you and other women, and black women especially, more usable, more user-friendly for men who don't want anything, men who they identify with, men who they relate to more. Why would you get advice from a man who you wouldn't want to be with because he ain't shit? Or because he's a narcissist? Or because he's an asshole? Why would you let him tell you how to impress a man? He can only really tell you how to impress a man like him. Find you somebody with some character to listen to. I'm not the only one. There are a lot of guys on here that stand for something, that believe in something, and that are saying things that women need to hear. It's the difference between weaponizing the truth to keep it real with people and giving them helpful advice. Sometimes there are multiple truths. Sometimes each individual carries his or her own truth. The 3-date rule is true for some people, that they won't talk to you after 3 dates if they haven't slept with you. But those are people who are dating efficiently. They're not dating in depth. They're not trying to figure out who a person is. They're here for a good time and not a long time. So if you try to give somebody some ass after 3 dates simply because somebody told you to, that's how you keep them around, you've been duped. You can't keep a man around who wasn't planning on being around, whether you sleep with him the first date, the second date, or the third date, or the fourth date, or the fifth date. If a guy planned on being around, if a guy planned on getting to know you, if a guy was really curious about you, he wouldn't be rushing that. He'd be trying to figure out how to rush getting close to you, how to find out as much as possible about you, how to connect with you intellectually or spiritually. He's not going to be rushing sex, sending D-pics and stuff like that, and pressuring you to give him some on the third date by increasing his level of sexual aggression each date until the third date. Stop responding to these men who don't want anything. Now listen, if you're one of those sex goddess free people who do what you want to do, that's fine. You're not the one I'm talking to. I'm talking to women who want a relationship and not just a good time, not just a ride, but women who want love, real love. And a lot of times, people who don't want love, people who aren't interested in relationships, people who find no value in them, are giving advice to people who need love, who want partnership and real companionship. And they're telling them to do the same stuff that women who don't want love would do. There's a difference between sitting freely in your sexuality and just experiencing everyone how you want to versus looking for a legitimate partnership. You cannot approach looking for a partnership in the same way you would approach having a good time with as many people as you want to. Those are two different goals. So if you're watching these other creators, whose goals are they speaking to? Are they speaking to your goals of having a healthy relationship where you're considered, where the man doesn't have a superiority complex over you? Where he believes that you're equal, your voice is equal, your thoughts and opinions are important? Where he doesn't believe just because he might make more money or make the money that somehow or another you should be powerless, you should be subordinate, you should be an employee in a relationship? Why the hell would you listen to a person who's speaking to a reality in which you don't want to live or materialize? Don't listen to people tell you that you owe a guy anything after 3 dates just because he showed up 3 times. He's giving you 6 hours and $46, or 5 hours and $300, or however long it took you to drink your drinks or eat your meals or watch your movies. You don't owe anybody anything. If a guy invites you on a date, he invited you on that date. You don't need to pay with no butt. That don't even make sense. You can tell which of these creators actually care about the result of your lives. But who am I? I'm just some guy from the internet. I'm no expert. People call me a guru. I don't believe I'm a guru. I'm just somebody who believes in what I believe in. I know what I know. And I know bullshit when I see it. And a lot of y'all listening to bullshit creators tell y'all stupid stuff to impress fuckboys. To keep a fuckboy around. What prize do you win in impressing a man who doesn't want shit from you? What do you get for all your troubles? Whores on the street make more than $46. For 6 hours of work? Oh my God. You had to endure those dates too. Men act like if they're sitting in front of you, then they're working and you're just having a great time because you're in front of them. You don't owe him anything because he sat in front of you for those 6 hours or 7 hours. You had to sit in front of him. He had to sit in front of you. You both had to endure each other. You don't owe him because he showed up 3 times. That doesn't even make sense. The 3-date rule is stupid as hell. You be with the man when you know where you're going with him and what his intentions are. You be with the man when he's offered you consistency and you know what to expect within reason from him. But we don't set expectations for strangers. Don't let these men trick you out your panties because they showed up 3 times or invested between $46 and a few $100s. Just like they got the opportunity to be in front of you, you had the opportunity to be in front of them. It was a fair exchange. They decided they wanted to do that. You showed up. That's all you owe them, is to show up. If you're looking for a real relationship, if you're looking for a good time and not a long time, then I'm not talking to you. I don't want to change anybody. I just want people to get what they want. And I want people who are sexually free and moving through and fluid between each other to meet each other. And I want them to just leave people who want more, people who need love, people who need companionship and partnership alone. I want the people who want love to meet each other. And I want people who like sex and sex alone to meet each other. My problem is when men or women who don't want anything meet men and women who want companionship and partnership and real love, and they play with them. Right? And they use these 3-date rules or we're both grown or manipulation of some sort to get these people to come over to their side and act as if they're just here for a good time and not a long time as well, betraying themselves in the process. That's my problem. My problem isn't if people have sex with a lot of people. My problem isn't if you care about, the sanctity of your sexuality more than another person. I don't give a crap about what people do. I just want people to stop misleading each other to get what they want, male and female. So anyway, that's all I got for now. That's my little rant. Follow me at KFIG24 on Instagram. I'll get with y'all later.